Hello there. So we're going to make a tart tatin. Alright, we're going to do a dessert today. Alright, I've not got a big sweet tooth, but I do like puddings and desserts. Alright, and a tart tatin is basically like an upside down apple pie. Okay, and that is pretty much how it was made actually. Okay, so a tart tatin was actually made by mistake. Okay, and the word tatin actually comes from the hotel that it originally came from. Alright, and what apparently happened was the chef who was making the apple pie but sort of made the sugar too hot and the apples on the bottom sort of stuck to the bottom of the pan, and then instead of getting rid of it she put the pastry on top and baked it in the oven, and then when she flipped it out apparently the guests really liked it so they kept it. So that's where the tart tatin comes from. It's from France, okay, and it was an accident by making an apple pie badly, okay, and then flipping it out upside down. Alright, what you need for this is you need apples, okay, or dessert apples. Most chefs would use things like Braeburns, sugar, okay, a little bit of unsalted butter, alright, puff pastry, okay. You can use a little bit, you can make your own pastry, but it is a little bit of a faff. I wouldn't necessarily recommend it, okay. All it is basically when you're making it, it's a normal sweet pastry, butter, not unsalted butter, plain flour, sugar, egg, okay, and then to make the puff pastry all you do is fold it over and keep adding lots of layers of butter to it, okay, so it makes it really rich, and it also puts some air into it so when it bakes, okay, it rises and all the layers rise and you get a very nice light crust pastry, okay. So I'm just going to make two. I'm going to use these small pans, alright, and all I'm going to do is chop up the apples, add some sugar to here, pastry on top, and then bake it in the oven with a little bit of a butter glaze, okay. It's really simple, okay. So what you need is apples, puff pastry, sugar, a little bit of unsalted butter is all the ingredients you need for this. It's dead simple. Right, so the next step to this is getting the apples in the pan, alright. I like using these small pans because it gives you individual portions in. If you don't have these, you can just use a big pan. You just put more apples in and do big cases at the top. I obviously use them to get the right size lid, okay, to go in the pan, alright, that's why I did that bit first. Alright, all we're going to do for this, we're going to add in a nice good layer of sugar, okay. If you make it too thin, you won't get a nice caramelisation on the apples later on, alright. Okay, make sure that it doesn't burn, so you have to keep an eye on it, alright, you don't want burnt sugar, okay. So just keep an eye on it, keep moving every now and then, don't add water to it or butter to it, okay, because that'll just make it into a toffee sauce almost. Alright, so sugar in the pan. Alright, apples here, all we're going to do is core the apples, so slice it down the middle, and quarters, take the core out, okay. Alright, and then we're just going to chop these up into nice portions. Ha! Forgot to peel it. Peel the apple first would be a good idea. Oh no, it's all going wrong. Got carried away with my sugar. Alright, so peel the apples first. I was actually going to say as well before my peeler broke then that I think these speed peelers are really good, and I don't know why people ever buy the other peelers. Alright, I always buy a speed peeler. It just works so much better. I'm actually going to keep the apple peel because I'm going to use that for something later on. Some of you might be wondering why I've not got a bowl of lemon water for the apples. I don't want to add the apples to water, okay, because obviously they'll absorb some water and it won't get the same texture of the apples at the end, alright, and the apples are going to bake, alright, so it doesn't really matter if they go a little bit brown. Alright, so peel the apple first, and then take the bottoms off, half, quarters, okay, core the apple, alright, so you got to get that, and then we're going to slice it in half again, okay, and they will then go around the pan, alright. Sugar is starting to dissolve nicely, be careful that pan is a little bit hot, okay, once that's dissolved, okay, we will add the apples. Whoops, starting to smoke, so that's why I'm saying be careful, okay, so you don't want burnt sugar. Once it's gone, you have to start again. If you burn your sugar, just start again, alright, okay, so that's alright now, just about save that there, okay, let's get a nice dark colour on that, alright. Apples will go in there, pastry on top, and it'll go in the oven, okay, I'll just show you what the apples will look like before they go in the oven. Right, so chop the apples up, okay, melted some butter, alright, just so you can see, apples I've just kind of put around in a bit of a fan shape. I've had to change some of the shapes of the apples because the pans are a bit smaller, okay, but I've also put in the little cut off bits on top as well, so it'll have a nice shape to the bottom, and then I've just filled in all the little bits on top, so I'm not wasting any of the apple. Obviously, if you've got a bigger pan, it's easy to fit all the apples in. Okay, you just have to just adapt a little bit with the little pans, all right? But you do get a nice individual portion at the end. Okay, so let's know a bit before it goes in the oven. Okay, make sure when you put the lids on top that you fill in all the edges. Okay, it's not overhanging. Okay, we've not got any gaps. You want to really cover the apples. Okay, just press it down to the sides, right into the pan. All right, press it into the apples. Okay, and then all you're going to do then is brush the pastry. This is why I'm using unsalted butter. Okay, because it would be a horrible taste. All right, if you had salted butter. So just brush the top. Okay, just like that. Add a little bit of sugar on top of that. Okay, let's give it a nice little crunch. Okay, not too much though because it will burn otherwise. Okay, and then just to make sure that we don't have the lid steaming off the top, hold it in there, and then in the oven. I've had that oven on, preheated at 180 degrees. Okay, I'll leave that in there to bake about half an hour. Okay, until the lid is golden brown. Okay, the apples are nice and soft inside, and there you go. There's your apple pie. Oh, sorry, apple tart tatin, done and dusted. Simples. Alrighty, so they're out of the oven. Been about 30 minutes. We're to wait until they just got a nice coating on the top. Alright, let them cool down for a little bit. About the time it took me to make a cup of tea, that's how long they'll be cooling down for. Right, time to see if it's worked. I'm a bit nervous about this because I've not made them in ages. Alright, and if it's not worked, then I'll be a little bit upset. But it'll make a nice apple pie anyway. Okay, so pan handle will be hot, be careful. Okay, it's got a nice crust to it. Okay, and then over we go. Uh-oh. Give it a little twist, because sometimes the sugar will stick to the bottom. There we go. Give it a little twist, and then you know it's not going to be stuck to the bottom. See, you forget these little things. And then, yay! Look at that! Oh, I'm dead proud of myself. Alright, so it's a lovely colour. It's proper golden, delicious, sugary. Oh, that is awesome. Alright, so apple tart tatin. Okay. I can't see what we're doing where the camera is. Okay, lovely golden brown colour. Smells amazing. Okay, looks amazing. It's going to taste amazing. And to go with it, you can make your own ice cream if you wanted to. Okay, I don't know how many people have got ice cream makers. Alright, I'm just going to put some salted caramel ice cream with this. Okay, I think that'll work really well. Alright, so just let this out in the freezer just to start to melt a little bit. Okay, you could use whatever you wanted to. You could do cream just on its own. You could do some creme chantilly, so vanilla whipped cream. Okay, vanilla ice cream. Whatever you want. Okay, I'm using salted caramel ice cream here. Okay, and that I think will be amazing. Look at that! See you later. Cheers! Ooh la la!